Oh! There's a whole group of fans of Phantasm that are just Plymouth fans that just love that car.
Loved the car.
Cuda is a cool-ass car, man.
You know, I don't remember exactly how Don came up with the idea of the Barracuda itself.
When I went to high school, there was a kid in the school who had a brand new Plymouth Barracuda, and it was this beautiful car, and we were all very jealous that this kid had one. When I was thinking about what kind of car that the brothers would drive, that naturally jumped into my mind. The car that we used in the first Phantasm was a 1971 Plymouth Cuda.
We ended up finding a car that we ended up having to have built into what's the car in the movie.
I had my brother, who was a custom car painter, actually striped the car. He put gold leaf down the side, so I was able to actually feel like it was personalized for me.
It wasn't actually the Hemi Cuda, which was a different model, but we manufactured it to look like one.
In the first picture, of course, the car between Mike and Jody was a thing that they could have together, work on together. It was part of their relationship. It signified that.
I learned how to drive in that car. I learned how to drive in that Cuda. And I think, I'm pretty sure Bill taught me how to drive. So not an easy car to drive for a 13-year-old if you've never driven a car, because the clutch is very tight, and the little H pattern is really also very tight.
All right, speed up.
Oh, Jesus! It was just a lot of fun. It was a muscle car.
Ultimately, that car disappeared after shooting. I don't know if it was sold or junked or whatever, but it's gone, never to be found again.
Then, of course, in the second picture, you know, Mike's been in an institution, so who does the car fall to? Well, Jody's out of the picture at that point, so I must have the Cuda. And it didn't bother me at all. I really enjoyed driving that car.
I have it downstairs. I think this is it. Is this it? It's a great car, yeah. A real muscle car.
And then, of course, it's my car for the rest of the series, pretty much.
There are a lot of...
and could maybe come back another day.
Let's stick him in the back of that muscle car.
I'm driving.
And when we did Phantasm 3, we used an entirely new car, which instead of 1971, we used a 1970 convertible with a real Hemi engine. So that's the real cool one.
Yeah, I turned to Don, I said, how much are you paying me for this picture? And he said, what do you mean? I said, well, why don't you cut it in half and give me the car as half my payment? He wouldn't do it.
Does Don have that one?
Don still has it.
Happens to be in my garage, one of the great props of Phantasm.
If he's coming in later, I'm just going to put him in a headlock and steal the keys. Yeah, definitely Cuda envy. It's like a wound that will never go away. I carry it with me every day.
That's an interesting story that Don was once again reliving his high school through movies.
That is true. That is true. Ultimately, I did get my Plymouth.
Now he has two, yes.
I think he has two minimum. I bet you he's got three.
I had worked with Bob